tuned. Dismiss.
Always watching.
Shelby Township Youth Police Academy, it's a 10-day program, 2 weeks, Monday through Friday. It's just to bring kids together, build our relationship with the community, and let kids, 5th and 6th grade kids from the township that reside in the township, give them a chance to see what the police officers in their township do on a daily basis.
This is how every police car is set up, basically, okay?
I just think this program is very important with the community, especially nowadays, the way things have been going. And I know this has been a big priority for Chief Shalide.
It gives us a way to connect with our younger community members. Shows them we care. We want involvement with them, and I think it's our way of reaching out to them and doing something special for them. The parents know they trust us, and the kids are learning more and more about law enforcement, learning that we're the good guys and we're here to help, and it's something I hope stays with them forever.
We have start off the day usually at 8 o'clock, and we go through a little bit of marching and drill. After that, we do physical training, which consists of jumping jacks, stretching, obviously, before we do physical training. We do burpees, and we also incorporate a run into the physical training. When we first started on the first day, I'd say we ran maybe 3/4 of a mile, but by the end of the academy, we will be running a mile, at least a mile, maybe a little bit over a mile. And we try to stress to the kids here the importance of physical fitness and eating healthy.
And then use that single bar and push forward. Awesome.
So what we did, we developed a mock crime as a big component of this Youth Police Academy. The way the crime worked was we were at the senior center is where the academy is being held, and we had one of our cadets come in and rob the senior center and take the money till, and then he fled on foot. So what we did, we had our evidence technician, Al O'Neill. He came here, spent several days here.
That will eventually turn into a shoe casting.
And we went over various components of how you would solve the crime and actually how the police department would go about solving a crime like this. So we developed surveillance video from the senior center, which shows the suspect leaving the scene. And then we also had various types of evidence, which we developed as well. We did shoe castings where the suspect walked into wet sand, and we were able to develop some footprints off there. We also did DNA, collected DNA off a water bottle that the suspect had. Also recovered some blood, which helped with DNA matching. And we also did fingerprinting. We recovered some evidence which had fingerprinting. So at the end of the day, we put all that together. And by the end of the academy, each squad, which we have 3 different squads, are going to be able to put all that evidence together and try to figure out who the suspect is. And that'll ultimately come down with, we do a traffic stop on the vehicle where the suspect's at, and he will be taken into custody, just like we would in the real world.
Thank you.
We'll be right back, stay in the car. We'll be right back, stay in the car. And you kind of want to do one of these, where your head's looking this way, other way. Yep, perfect. So that you can see both ways, because you don't want to get hit by a car, and you don't want him to hurt you from behind.
What I've noticed with the kids over the last 2 weeks when we all got here on day one, it was very quiet. All the kids were a little bit nervous, and like I said, myself too, I was nervous leading up to this. I wanted everything to run smoothly. Day one, the kids were nervous. As the time goes on, now you can see there's a lot of friendships were made. They're talking amongst each other, they're enjoying themselves during breaks, they're eating lunch with each other, so that's huge. They're making great friends here, and hopefully a lifetime of memories as well.
I've never actually solved a case. This is my first time. But I know when you're trying to solve a case, you need a leader or someone to help and organize. So I always try to stay organized and help people when they need it. And that's what I always try to do in life.
What else?
On here, he Googled how to rob a bank.
So a laptop, good point. Laptop with Google search open.
I really find the CSI stuff interesting. I like gathering fingerprints and I like swabbing for DNA.
I thought it was interesting, and what I was most interested in was the canines and how they could track like a certain scent, how good their smell was.
We had our dogs, Canine Morpheus and Canine Nico out here with their handlers, Sergeant Wojcik and Officer Goebel.
These dogs are different dogs than any other type of dogs. They want to work. Their intensity level is through the roof compared to any other dogs that you've ever met.
They were out here for a day, and the kids really enjoyed the dogs. I mean, if I talk to the kids and ask them what part of the academy they like the most, I'd say the dogs ranked up there as one of the leading parts that they like the most.
Some of the things I enjoy are the canines.
Off, as I'm going to use the wind to my advantage. Okay, the wind's kind of swirling a little bit around here.
I love the canines. I really love dogs.
Can I see? Let's see, what'd you find? What'd you find? Oh, that's a boy! Good boys! Good boys!
And what we did, we incorporated the dogs with the crime that we had them solve. So the dogs conducted a track, recovered some evidence, and the kids were able to also see some bite work that the dogs did.
If we're on track, as you saw what Nico did, he found an article on the track. That shirt had human odor on it, so I rewarded him with his toy because he found an article on the track. We could find that.
I want to thank the Shelby Township Fire Department for being out here as well. They're a big part of the Shelby Township Police Youth Academy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
They're teaching first aid and CPR, and I know a lot of the kids are interested in learning first aid and CPR, and actually by the end of this course, they're going to be certified in CPR, and they're going to actually have a CPR card.
Today we did CPR, and that was interesting because you could save a life knowing how to do that.
You know, they get very competitive. You know, at first I think they were a little bit nervous, but I could see as the time's going on, the squads, the 3 different squads are very competitive. They're making sure to talk amongst themselves and not let the other squads hear them, what they're saying or what clues they might have picked up on. So it's very competitive, and they want to be the squad. Each squad wants to be the squad to finally figure out who did the crime.
We need police because our society now can get crazy, and I mean, they are very helpful to us.
Left, left, right, left, left, left. Platoon, right, face. By squad, forward, march. Follow me, left, 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 left.
We like it here, we love it here, we finally found a home.
A what?
A home.
A what?
A home away from home.